All right, good. Thank you. It ended it. It said I had the wrong stream key. I did not end it. It ended it. I don't get it. I don't understand. Very strange. But I'm back. Anyway, I'm sure it'll eventually update. Big jerks. Let's go to Adelheit's Seawalked house. I think it did. I don't think it was me. Alright, see you later. Because I got a really weird pop up. Yeah, I only use this one when I have makeup on because it doesn't add makeup. So I have to, like, I don't know if it shows you, up close, but it doesn't add makeup. It doesn't, like, obscure my face or add makeup, so I have to use my own. So what I was saying is, so here's $5.99 out of 600. This is Seawalked House, which I don't speak German, so I don't know what it means. But if you guys know, you're welcome to tell me. Adelheit's house, Forsaken. So what I wanted to say to you guys was the problem will not be smaller. The problem will not be solved by more smaller houses coming. That will not happen. We're going to have to get used to blocking off huge portions of houses and using the parts we like and not using the parts we don't. That's going to be a reality for us going forward, except we may get some apartments. There may be a rare one every now and then that isn't like that. But for the most part, we're going to be dealing with the moneymakers, which are the big houses. Um, really neat. But the solution to the 700 item problem is very likely to be solved. Ah, thanks. So, all I can say is that people are working on that specific issue, and it's very likely to be solved. And what that means for us is 700 won't be the limit, but does that mean that we're going to have unlimited? Is it going to be limited to something else? Like what all that is? I don't have the answer to that. I don't think that they have the answer to that, but I do think that people are working on it, and that's likely to eventually be addressed. Um, the size of the houses we're getting, not so much. I don't see that being changed. But a lot of this is just rumor and conjecture, but that's my best estimate. And so far, I haven't been wrong. Mm-hmm. That's their idea, I think, is that they wanted to give us more options, which is why certain, especially with the Airy, certain parts of the house are so different from other parts of the house. Same with Shaladors. If you think about it, you've got the towers. You've also got the underground thing, and they also have an above ground waterfall and with land and everything. So it's like three different types of environments. And I think that's where they're going with houses in the future is lots of different environments that give you a shot at closing off parts and then using the one that you want. So each house has its own multi-use, which would make sense to sell us multiple copies of the same house if they would be interested in that, which I doubt. This is a lovely home. Because then if they sell us multiple copies of the same house, we could build three different types of houses in a three different zone area house. That would be nice. But you'd think since it's more money, they'd do it. Oh, I totally missed that little sneaky sneaky. Look at that. I'm going to die. Watch. Bloop. Dead. It could. And I think that that's a possibility in the long run once they fix some of the other issues. I do have to tell you one thing that's a little bit of a spoiler, but it's it's a it's not too much of a spoiler, so you won't be mad at me about it. One of the things that's coming with the new CP system, high up in the green tree, is a 10% chance to get twice the amount of furniture recipes that you get off a drop. Like killing somebody, you were going to get a furniture recipe. You have a 10% chance to get 2 instead of 1. So I think the fact that they're even paying attention to us in ways like that suggests something. Yeah, we need that one. It'll be cool. Amaya, let's go to Dunmer Cozy Manor. Just God Demode Goth and Dark, whatever that means. So I don't know if it goes above 10%. I would assume as you put more points into it, it would go above 10%. But I'm totally going to be doing that one. Yes, the TP out of home is cool. Now, for those of you who saw the release, I don't think I'm spoiling anything because it's part of the release, which is, oh, that sucks. The companions idea. Do you know where that's going? They had an interview where they sat down with people outside of ZOS and actually had a whole conversation about that particular mechanic and where it's going. Romance. They're giving us romance with these other characters. And they didn't say that to us in the release. Oh, look at that. It's a portal right here in this creepy town area with 9 effects. Like, that makes a big difference to me to know that. Yeah, right? I'm like, yeah. It's not now. I said where they're going with it. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. Where they're going with it somewhere in the future. Look at these little sneaky sneakies. Well, you will have them as additional party members. Right, but that's someplace they want to go, is what he was saying. It sounded like it was the ultimate goal. They will be party members. Right, of course. It's not a requirement, no. Not all of us want to be with Darian, if you know what I mean. Oh, there's a thought. What if they bring Darian back as a group member? Then you could have a romance with Darian and he'd be back in the story again. Look at this guy. How cute. That's like the perfect thing right there. If they brought Darian back and you can have a relationship with him. I wonder if those Valentine's Day stories they did were an example, were a test run of the romance idea. Right? It's true. It'll be our own personal real dolls. I don't know. Skyrim had like one of the worst romance systems there ever were. You don't even know each other. Like, there's no story to the person. It's so random and unimpressive. Oh, pretty. Look at that. That is stunning. It's just mushroom art. It's true, but to be fair, like, I mean, compare it to, for example, Dragon Age's romance system. But Dragon Age, I'm still in love with Cullen. I'm still in love with Blackwall. Okay? Elfin guy can go, you know, somewhere else. But those other two, I'm still in love with them. Madly, although I don't think we're ever seeing Cullen again after what the actor has done. He really burned some bridges. So I think Cullen's done, which really is a total bummer. Look at this gorgeous house. It's so alive. It's true. I want a tank. moving on. Let's try. I'm gonna hold off on some of those. Look at the ones that are open right now. Do Antiquaire, and we did one. Cold Harbor, Cathedral, de Leeds, whatever Leeds is. Cold Harbor. So yeah, I mean, I loved Cullen, but he just blew it. I'm sorry, maybe I am giving you distractions. They said everything but maybe PvP. I'm worried about, I'm saying in general, I think it's going to be an issue even in PvE of all types. Here's Cathedral de Leeds. Oh my gosh. Look at that madness. I suspect that it's going to be a balance issue all around, not just... You can, don't worry about it. Beautiful. I don't know. Oh, wow. Beautiful. I'm super impressed, Blood Pirate. Gorgeous. Stunning all around. You know, these pieces look really good for a vampire build because they're pointy. They almost look like teeth. Yeah, they farm the shit out of them. It's clear. Well, when you have a dream of a certain house that's like complete in your head, it's really easy to just buckle down and farm for something. I mean, it's not just that. It's also the difficulty levels. I mean, if you think about it, it already calculates in difficulty levels based on your group. Like, for each person in the group, like level 2s can group with a CP whatever, you know? It's like it can be done. They recalculate the difficulty for each person based on that. So my thought is that they would have to do the same. Beautiful. For they would have to do the same for having a companion. It should be calculated to be a little harder because you have somebody helping you, right? I can't imagine that they would just leave it the same. Maybe they would, but look at the detail, even out here in the back where you would think no one would be looking at it. Look at that. They have flying buttresses up there. There's no need for it. It's just pure detail work. Look at that. From the back. It's completely stunning. It's so well done. It's so worth walking the whole way around too. I can't believe that they put this much detail into it. I'm in love with this. This is fantastic, Blood. Gorgeous. I don't think you can get in the towers though, which is fine. I think the towers aren't meant for going in, just looking at. If I missed a way to get in there, let me know, Blood, and I'll come back. Really, it's just beautiful. All right. Let's do... We'll do an antiquarian over here. Let's go to Blue Tiger Azura's antiquarian over here. Oh wow, what time is it? Oh, we still got time. It's just beautiful. 94 items. Okay, we'll keep going. I'm assuming they're not done. Famo Barb. Merrick Serene Debochet. Don't know what that means. It must be a restaurant, I think. $327, just a little over half, but I think it's a restaurant, so let's pop on in and see. Can sit by the fire, a little bit of museumery. I think they're working on it. There's enough empty space that I think they're working on it. Let's see if they have anything in the backyard. Here must be part of the restaurant portion and crafting. Little house they built over here, very cute. This is somebody's home base. Nothing wrong with it. We did a Moon Sister, but we didn't do a Stillwater, so we'll hit that up. I will be right back. All right. A Clothier's Guild. What's in there? Oh, pretty! Look at the jewelry. That's so smart. I wonder what that leaf is from. That must just be a fabricant leaf. Clever. It should be nice. I haven't looked at them yet on stream. Don't think I will, but I will look at them off stream. So obviously a Clothier's Guild. Look at that dummy. That's a beautifully made dummy for dressing up. Look at the whole clutter, how beautifully done this clutter is. You have a slot. May I suggest putting a light in here? It's kind of hard to see. Maybe something hidden behind the bags? Wow, the curtains, the sink. Look at that stunning sink. This is beautiful. The carpet holders are the sign posts. Then we have a second floor. Oh, that I can't apparently walk up to because I'm a moron. There we go. Feels like I'm in a department store and I'm gonna get spritzed right now with some perfume that I don't like. They know what we want. They read our forums every day. They actually read our forums. So if you're ever doubting that, this should give you a little bit more evidence that it's true. They really, truly read our forums every day and talk about them amongst themselves. So we know that they actually do listen to us. They don't always do what we want, but we're one of those official forums that isn't full of jerks. I agree with you. I told them. I've passed that along. They know. They know. Whether it's gonna happen is. They know. Let's just say that. That's up there on the top of my list anyway. So they do know. The question is, what are they going to do about it? If anything. That's the part that we don't know anything about is their reaction to it. But we do know that they do read our stuff. They do know that's a desire. They do talk about what we want amongst themselves. It's all about a couple of things. One is resources. How many resources, okay, see you later, Ginger, do they have to put towards things? These people who are in the housing section are probably made to do stuff for the 4 quarters a year of things that they have to put out. You know what I mean? And they probably have a certain list of things that they have to make. Oh, that's beautiful. That isn't necessarily their choice even, right? So limited resources is probably one part of it. Another part of it is management. I mean, who knows what management isn't willing to do because they see potential problems down the line of abuse or whatever. Like some people wanting an NPC to be themselves, like their own other characters to come and visit their house as a guest. I could see a million problems with that, abuse-wise. And I don't see them putting it in for that reason. I have a feeling that management, that wouldn't even get up to upper management, that'd be shot down on lower management, is my thought. This is just stunning, Moon Sister. Super impressive. So it's like, what are the things? Then there's also probably things that are, let's just finally do Turk Hills. No, I'll hold off because it's a mystery and I don't want to blow it. So let's go to the Hollow Champion, Flesh Danganu. Oh, okay, we'll go there. So we don't know what's planned for future things this year even. I'm sure a lot of it is like, oh, in third quarter we're going to drop glass, or third quarter we're going to drop this kind of fish pond or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't know. Right. Yeah, and that doesn't surprise me. Like I said, the biggest issue is they're short on resources. That's the biggest reason. You got it. Let me switch to another weird one that I don't get to do often. I don't know what this is, but it's interesting. So, like I said, I don't know what's planned to come down the pike. I don't know what's been nixed for reasons, and I don't know what's going to happen that perhaps they haven't figured out who or what the resources are yet. You know, I just don't know. But some things are coming, I'll tell you that much. I don't know what they are, but some of the things we asked for are going to come. I have a feeling that they're short people on all of their teams, is my guess. And it's really kind of selfish for the art team to nix people just because they're tight, if that's the true reason that they're giving. Right. It's true. It's awful of them to not. And it's very pretty. Shops and everything. What you guys give for your guilds? A little picnic. Skooma picnic. You might want to add some lights in here, otherwise this is just fine. Halloween. It's just a tiny bit hard to see. So I would add some lighting. Or switch out the lights you have for ones that are brighter. Daedric lights are really bright. The new Solitude lights are mostly pretty bright. Vampire, some of those are bright. They might help. Floating candles and flowers, always a nice thing. It's frustrating, but the buck stops with management. So if that's true, then management is not really doing what they need to do. And maybe one day they will get sick of it, you know? But management is probably looking at it like, well, we don't have the resources to do it anyway, so what's the point? Like, if they don't have enough people to do the coding or whatever, then they don't really need to increase the output of art in the art team. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be the way I would look at it if I were fighting with the team about letting them select more people. If it's just going to produce more content we can't put in anyway, then I probably wouldn't pick that battle, is my guess. And there's the money. We steal it and go. That is the one effect is we saw in the other room was the sky. I don't think it's doing it out here. Oh no, it is. Here it is. They put something out there. Hey, Zendara. And there we go. We've seen the whole thing. And I think that's it to look at on this server right now. So I'll double check, but oh, FBC, let's go to their Telgallon. I saw this yesterday and I thought it was really cool. What's amazing about this house is that most people, when dealing with Telgallon, hate the outside. And they hate the mushroom look, right? And so they either ignore it or they try to make it less so, or they'll cover it. I've seen people cover it with hedges from top to bottom. But what this person did is actually they went with it and they filled it out more. And it made it so incredibly different from anything I'd seen that I was super impressed by it. I actually sent them a mail yesterday saying I was super impressed with their Telgallon. So let me show you what they've done. This is FBC 523. Check this out. Look at that. They've added lighting, they've added trees, they've added color, they've added mushrooms. They've just made it this ivy and items and stuff. I really like it. I really like that they did that. It's so different from what most people usually do. And I think that's truly unique. I think it's fantastic. It may not be everyone's taste, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. I like it. We can go in later, but the thing is, you can actually go up the outside. So, which is one of my favorite things. They did it with, of all things, mostly with hedges. So you can go up. Look at this bucket hanging down. How cool is that idea? Look at the fabricant trees and the lighting that they have going with it. And it's just so pretty. Yeah. No, I hear you. I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is that the management probably isn't picking that battle, right? Not necessarily wise of management, but that's my guess, if I had to, is that management isn't making it a fight right now because there's nothing they can do anyway about it. But yeah, that is a waste of money if they're doing all that with applicants and then not even considering them. It's kind of stupid. Look at this seat with the bug shell. And then there's you can see there's a little, whatchamacallit in there. Now the trouble with this house is there's some weird invisible walls and you don't know really where you're supposed to go because of them. It's like, well, where do I go to get to the next spot because of this invisible wall? There are other spots on this that you're supposed to be able to go up to, obviously, but I'm not sure how. Like, because there's no real way to do it unless I missed an entry point. Then we have this little sneaky over here, which, of course, sneakies please stabbies greatly. All of these are different Lux items and whatnot, achievement items. Then we've got these are torch bugs. And then we have a little dock here. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I kind of like that it's sunken out there. What's down? Oh, I see. Pretty. Really interesting work up there. I haven't gone in the house, so we can take a look in the house. Madness. They've taken Telgale and instead of changing it to be less mushroomy, it's gone in the opposite direction. And it's made it something completely different. They've used a lot of different lighting tricks, fabricant trees, ivy, all sorts of cool stuff to make it look more outrageous. And I think that that's a brilliant idea that I haven't seen really done too much before. So let's see what's inside, if anything. All right, so hello! We are inside. There are some effects. This is an effect, a very well done effect. It looks real. Achievement, crown, all sorts of different stuff. Let's start at the beginning. So that's the entrance. Let's try this side room. What's up? We've got, oh, a romance room. Da -da. Very romantic. What's amazing is that I would have assumed they would have run out of slots, but they have one slot left. Don't forget to enter potato. Hit exclamation point potato. For PCNA PCEU, I give away 50,000 gold every day. Sometimes more, like today, it's going to be 100,000 total because I gave it away earlier for follows. So make sure you enter because there's lots of chances to win. And here's the room for the vampires. Vampires! And then let's go up in the middle. The middle portion. You know, I'm glad they made this accessible this way rather than making you have to flip and fly like they do in the real towers in Morrowind. That was brutal. So we've got a mechanical room up here with a more mushroom look. I like it. Wait, you can get up there? They built something you can get up with Pax mushrooms or other mushrooms. Look at this little sneaky room up here. How clever. Very nice. Very romantic, actually. Lovely. Isn't it romantic? All right, switching over to NA. So Gina Bruno just said, you just need the base pet, the unstable monolith, to morph into other items. So if you want the eventual house, you need the monolith first. It doesn't need to be morphed into anything else first, but there should be plenty of event tickets to go around to get all of the items. So you're probably going to want to do at least the quests for Mid-Year Mayhem if you haven't. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it. Now I'm underwater. We've got a few minutes before J-Heart starts, so I'm going to use it. Thank you to Joseph Cook on Facebook for the follow. Sorry that I am no longer on Facebook, but I had to cancel it. No, they said the last time was the past event. So there's no more Indrik Feather berries available at all. It unfortunately, that is done. I guess that's why they wanted you to buy tickets at the last event so you could get all those partial ones completed. But it would be nice if they just left them all available, you know, going forward. Yeah. Well, that's why they were pushing it so hard at the last event. They were giving away something for gifting people tickets. There was some sort of extra prize. I forget what it was that the giver would get. I don't remember. It was not something I was paying attention to because I was kind of over Indrix at that point. 4 crates. Thank you, Ollie. Personally, I think that they'd be wise to make them available to people because I think you're going to have a lot of people in your situation. who maybe weren't around for the last event or didn't know that that was the situation or whatever. Yeah. Like I said, though, I think they should. I think they should make it available for you guys. I don't think it's great that they didn't. Yeah, you guys have a better memory than me. Let me just pick up these ores, and then we'll go look at something. Boo you, ore! That was horrible, but funny. Okay. Load, load, load your boat. All right, Captain Margot's. Let's go dinner. Dinner's on Birodar, Captain Margot's. Pommy pom. Pommy pom. I'm hungry. I want lunch. I shall eat soon. Uh-oh. I have a bad feel. Okay, there he is. All right. I was thinking that maybe Birodar was dinner, but he's not. Look at this. Gorgeous with the display cases. With the food in them, keeping them warm. You've got a stove, cooking some bread, brick floor so that it's good for a kitchen, dough being rolled out with a recipe next to it. Got a barbecue with the meat cooking in it, blood on the bottom here, underneath the butcher table. And you've got an effect. Oh, look at that lovely effect job. Oh, that's beautiful, Pommy. Looks like Roltar just walked right in from off the Khajiit land path. Beautifully done. And then the water coming in with the fishies. That's convenient. Just grab them right out. Grab them right out of the water. There probably is, and I'm just not seeing it. I wouldn't be surprised. This is really spectacular. Look at those ovens. And then you step up a little bit and you can see what's over here. Oh, it's so good, Pommy. This is brilliant. Fantastic work. As usual, Pommy Pom does just such amazing stuff. I love it. All right, let me pull the contest real quick. Again. The winner is Deviate Fishy. Congratulations. All right, so tomorrow we'll have even more. And I'm going to go now, but you have J-Heart starting any minute with his Euro housing hike. So I will catch you all tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. See you later.